when you ended up in your first role after Guitar Center being in robotics, did you have a sense that you had wanted to be in robotics when you were in school and math, and problem solving was your jam?
No, not at all. In fact, that's nowhere near where I was headed. My engineering degree is electrical with a focus on communications, which is like signals, so signal processing, that kind of stuff. So my where I was going based on my undergraduate degree would have been telecoms, right? And then subsequently, I went to grad school for math, and then maybe that pushed me towards something more, mm, I don't know, probably like still computer based, like something like that, right? Um,
Right.
no, when I graduated, I mean, I went to work at Guitar Center because I moved to Detroit and started looking for a job and wanted to have a job in the meantime. And like, I play guitar and I'm into it. So I just got a job there while I was looking for a job. And the jobs that were available in Detroit, I was from Michigan, so I ended up in Detroit. Um, the jobs in Detroit were primarily manufacturing jobs. So it's manufacturers or suppliers of manufacturers mostly, right? Like, I mean, there's other stuff there too, for sure. But that's the big business, right? That's in there. So I went and interviewed at manufacturing, well, automotive companies, and those looked horrible to me. Like, I went into I went into a plant it was a GM plant in, I don't remember, Novi or something. I don't remember where it was. But so I go in there and the guy's like, there's one electrical engineer. So in a factory, they call them controls guys. So what you do is uh, it's electrical and programming of machines, right? That's your job. So I go in there, and this guy who is like the only guy who is a controls guy in the plant, and the plant's huge, right? It's like, I don't know, 300,000 square feet or more. I don't know. I'm making stuff up. I don't know how big it was. Big, right? Lots of lines, and it's automotive. And the way that automotive works is it's like the lines have to run, and they're really like crazy about it. Like if the line stops, which I mean, by rights they should be, right? Because if the line stops, 300 guys are standing around doing nothing, right? And 300 guys standing around doing nothing costs a lot of money, right?
Oh
And
yeah.
then they also like add in the lost production of, like, we just didn't make 6 cars because you had the line down, and 6 cars are worth another $300,000 or whatever, right? So they're all crazy people. And so I go in, I go in, and the guy's like, yeah, so this is the guy who was interviewing me. He's like giving me a plant tour, and he's like, I'm like, so how much do you work? What's the job? He's like, well, I work like 6 days a week, 12 hours a day, and like, there's no end in sight. I'm like, okay. And he's like, and the basically, I have enough projects to keep 20 people busy for 100 years. Like, there's no way we'll ever get the plant running correctly, and like there's always an emergency, line down emergency. I'm like, well, this sounds like a great time. Let's do that. And so anyway, I passed, right, and ended up getting a job at Fanuc. So, and that was like kind of fun, right? And it was kind of
Yeah.
my introduction into, and that's really what I guess changed me from, because what I wanted to do was the more like paper and pencil kind of stuff, right? Uh, that's one of the things I was doing with math and like with communications, right? But then I go in and start doing like robot programming, and it's this real world thing that actually moves, right? So you make a program, and the robot actually moves and performs this operation. And I'm not just limiting it to robots, because we're an automation company. That's what my company does. And it's not just robots, it's also like conveyors and, moving stuff around with pneumatic cylinders, or like picking places that are, maybe they're electric but they're still not robots. They're maybe just actuators, electric actuators or gantries or things like that.